Now, concerning reputation, Google has provided some clear guidelines. Having content full of mistakes can be a strong indicator of machine-generated content. Overcoming this spammy tactic is a high objective of Google's. It doesn't mean that your content has to be perfect in grammar and syntax, but it does mean nonsense content will have a harder time ranking. This indicator actually was around before Panda. Search algorithms have a difficult time determining the relevancy of content when it is all over the map. However, with the Panda update, having focused content was applied to the domain level. Panda was the first to introduce the importance of having fresh content. Yet later on, the fresher algorithm was introduced, and today you will notice that both Google and Bing favor content that have been recently produced. The more content that is produced, the more the search engines seem to favor that content. I've already mentioned in other modules the danger of duplicate content, and it only makes sense that the search engines view copying word-for-word content as low quality and not tolerated. Having reader-driven content is speaking directly to optimizing a site for keywords and not readers. Google specifically asks, quote, "Are the topics driven by genuine interest of readers of the site, or does the site generate content by attempting to guess what might rank well in the search engines?" Unquote. This is one reason why in the on-page optimization module, I don't heavily focus on keyword optimizing. I do recommend having a keyword focus, but beyond this, I strongly encourage following Google's advice and optimizing for readers. Bounce rate is when a site visitor doesn't click deeper than the first page that the user visited. It is strongly debated that Google uses its free analytics, Chrome browser, and many of its other tools to view the bounce rate of a site. This doesn't make sense to me since the use of these tools are not universal, and for that matter, it makes it hard to bake into an algorithm. Yet I do know that Google and Bing do track the frequency of when a user visits a search result and then quickly returns. Having a low bounce rate shows that the content is valuable and the results given in the index are relevant. Social media seems to be the gold metric that both Bing and Google are forever chasing. Having strong social cues help provide social proof of the content's reputation. As mentioned in a previous module, Google has pushed hard against sites with heavy advertising. It is not necessarily against advertising, but along with Panda, it has several algorithms in place to determine if the advertising is a distraction to the reader. Finally, the search engines want to know if there is a real business behind the content. More than brand signals, Google and Bing desire to know if it is easy for people to contact those who produce the content, or if people feel comfortable giving their credit card information to the company. Thinking back on the men's magazine example of reputation, it is easy to see how many of these quality factors would play into producing a popular magazine. It might also seem that authoritative and reputable content have the same trust points, and in many ways they do. Being error-free and on topic is just as important to authority as it is to reputation. Here in red highlights the main differences. Reputable content deals largely around business and commerce.